GameyDaddy.
Hello everyone, this is Emmett with GameyDaddy and I'm here with another video from Tom Clancy's The Division. So, something has come up in the community that I think has got some community members worried, and I just wanted to do a public service announcement just to address it. I usually don't do a lot of these, but once in a while I go ahead and do something like this. And so what is it? A lot of it is expectations. A lot of community members, Division 1, Division 2, participants are concerned that the Division 2 may not meet their expectations. Now, why? A lot of things have cued them in. Some people have said, well, we need to wait till the game comes out. Some people are saying, well, the fact that they're going to be releasing free DLC for the first year might be a red flag because that may mean microtransactions. So that's some of the things that is bringing concern, and those are valid concerns. As crazy as they may sound, they're very valid concerns. So how do we walk through this whole thing? Well, here's my advice for you as a Division community member, and that is this: don't pre-order the game and hold on to your investment based on this, because you're going to put in money and time to this title and to this IP just like you did in Division 1 most likely. So don't pre-order. This is the concept of pre-ordering, to me, makes no sense, because it's like this. Let me give you an example. I'll tell you a story. So I'm just going to make it up. A plumber is going to come fix something in your house. Say you have a leak somewhere in your plumbing lines or your sewer lines or something. I know it's a terrible example, but it's a serious one. And you call a plumber, and the plumber is like, okay, yeah, I'm going to come out to your house and I'm going to fix it, and it's going to cost X amount of dollars to fix it. The plumber hasn't even shown up yet, by the way. And so the plumber is like, well, it's going to cost you this, and I want you to actually prepay the full cost before I show up and actually fix it. Are you going to pay that plumber any money for not even showing up to your house to check and diagnose the issue and then go ahead and fix it? You paid them. You don't even know if they're even going to show up. They want your credit card details and they want you to pay them so that someday they're going to schedule a day to come and fix it. You're not going to do that. So in my mind, why people pre-order games, it really beats me. Now, there is a certain aspect of pre-ordering games that I would say, okay, I'll let some leeway to people who want to pre-order. These are people who don't care. I would pretty much fall in the category of people who don't care how the game is going to be. I'm an enthusiast of the Division, so if I were to pre-order the game, I'm just trying to get in line first and maybe get the content downloaded to my platform before the game is released, or once the game is released, then I can start playing immediately. That's a whole different case. Now, why wait if you know you can pre-order? Well, waiting is kind of like the very safe and very important thing to do in this situation, especially when you're concerned. You're raising the concern that this game is just hype right now, because let me tell you, all these videos, all this stuff that we're doing as the community, the YouTubers, the community participants, the people in E3, the Ubisoft massive team, is all what I call hype mode. Everybody is hyping the game. The YouTube community is developing and establishing authority based on the game, our knowledge of the game. We're establishing that on the internet because some of these bigger YouTube channels that are featuring the game are going to drop the game a little bit after it releases. They're not going to farm for many of these YouTube creators. They do other things, so they're not going to sit there and farm for gear sets like we do, those of us who actually play the Division game. So if you see a big YouTube channel, I'm not going to mention any names, featuring the game right now, it's only temporary. Their job is just to be an influencer. The community around them, Ubisoft and Massive, is putting those games in their hands so that they can reach a wider audience. I'm talking about the Division. I'm talking to the Division audience, the people who have grinded the Division 1 and have played enough of it to be able to say, okay, I like this game and I want to move on to the second game. So I'm going to advise that if you're not necessarily sure, and you can't be sure as to how the game is going to meet your expectations, go ahead and hold on to your money. Money is an emotional subject to discuss. Why a lot of people were really upset with the developers is because they paid money for the game and their expectations weren't met. And so for you not to fall into that trap, I'll say hang on. As crazy as it sounds, I'm not a day one player of the Division. You won't believe it. I played the Division. I finally bought the game after it came out a few weeks. I bought it on eBay. That's how I started playing the Division. You will not believe that I bought the Division game on eBay because I wasn't really sure what to expect. I'd played the beta and I was still looking like, man, what's going on here? I mean, I don't really know what to expect from this game. And so I said, all right, I'll give it a try. So after 2 weeks, it was already like a few dollars less on eBay because a lot of people don't like the gameplay style. But the moment I bought that disc, I said, no way, I'm supporting this game. I went ahead and I bought a digital copy for it, and then I bought a copy on PC, and then I bought a copy for somebody else. Dude, That's how you invest in a game if you like the game. So at that point, I was already invested and it didn't really matter what was going on at that point. I was like, I'm going to sit through this, but I'm not pre-ordering the game. At least if you're so hyped and you can't hold off, I would say, okay, maybe permissible that you wait till the beta comes out so that you can get your hands on it and then you can know what it is that you want to put your money down on. So wait till the game is released. And to be fair, they're doing a good job. And to be fair, they already have an established record with the community that they want to deliver. So if you want to go on that, then sure. But if you think, oh, the free content may become microtransactions and they're not giving enough details right now, then no problem. Keep your investment in your pocket. Hold on to your wallet and vote with it. That's the way to go. Pre-ordering should not be a big deal. Now, there's also the side of people who don't want to pre-order yet, but are also concerned that, man, I really like this game and I don't know what to expect as well. So I'm not going to put my money, but I'm also worried that the game's going to come out and be a disappointment. Don't have that outlook. Just hope that it's going to be good. And like I said, the developers are committed to walking the journey with the community, so there really isn't anything to fear. If anything, it's going to be the concern that somebody actually put on one of my videos. They said, and this guy said, he said, thank God that I did not go into game programming, because what I've noticed in this Division community is that a lot of the stuff that the community whines and cries about to get changed, the developers go ahead and change it, and then the same community will whine and cry about it and get it changed again. So in essence, they're doubling and increasing the workload for these developers, because programming and coding and designing and redesigning is not an easy task to do. So if you should be afraid of anything, is that there will be a majority or a loud minority or whatever group in this community that's going to influence the game to fit their own need. That's what we saw a lot in the Division 1. A lot of people, they pressed and pressed for certain things until the game was molded to fit them, and even after that they dropped the game and moved on to other things. So those are the people that I think you should be worried about. They're in this community. I would mention names, but there's no need. A lot of them now are irrelevant, but still they have enough pull, they have enough of an influence and closeness to the developers, and those are the people we should worry about. But lately I've seen a change in Massive's approach. Massive doesn't really care much for an influence on their game design, but you never know. The Division 2 may come out in the middle of all the hype and all the uproar and all the noise. They start tweaking things. So I just hope that doesn't happen. I think that's a genuine concern. So don't let the hype cloud your judgment. Make an informed decision and do what you feel is best for you. So that's all I want to say today. That's my spew. If you really enjoyed the video, go ahead and like and share it, or whatever you want to do. Subscribe. It really goes a long way. And if you want to support the channel, there are links at the bottom. There's Patreon. There's some merch that you can buy. And I just want to say thank you for your audience. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.